Hello YouTube, Kasatome here. By request, I'll be doing a tutorial on CNBMinecraft's 3x3 door for 1.51. What I'll do is, I'll do the video in 3 parts. I'll show you how to build the door, layer by layer, as you see over there. And then what I'll do is I'll show you how to modify the door, in that putting in this piece in the back, and then I'll show you the 3 orientations here and how to interface them with the pulse former because of the orientation bug on it. So, with any luck, I'll be able to help you get through and get your CNBMinecraft door working in 1.51. Alright, as you can see, I have the black border around it. It is a 13 by 9, including the black border. So what you'll do is you'll come up 2 and you'll come in 4. You'll go down and you'll put in a single sticky piston for the first layer, and that'll be in ground. Our second layer, wool block on top of that sticky piston, and then from here you'll come over 2 from that sticky piston. You drop a wool block, torch, repeater on 4 delay into a block, into a repeater on 4 ticks delay again, into another block, a dot of redstone at a block here. Here you have a block with a button, redstone torch, repeater, into a block, powering this redstone, into a repeater, and here you have a repeater set to 4. Alright, for this one, a sand block on top of this wool here. You have a piece of wool next to it, a piece of wool over this torch here, a block of wool above this repeater. Above this repeater, you have a block of wool, one here, here, and here, above this button here. Above this block in the middle, 1 sticky piston facing up, these 2 wool here, this torch. For the next layer, next to the sand, dot of redstone here, and here. Next to this dot of redstone, block with a torch in it. You have a repeater pointing into this space above the sand, and you'll have a lever and you'll have it on. And this is just to keep this on right here. Next to that, block, torch. Above these 2 blocks, 2 repeaters, 2 ticks of delay each. That repeater will go into a block here, into a piece of redstone, another repeater, 2 ticks, into a block. Next to that block you'll put a piston, sticky, facing upward. Next to that piston, block, repeater, 2 ticks of delay again, into another block right here. Alright, for this layer you have a dot of redstone. Next to that, piston facing in, block on top of this one right here, a block above this torch. This block is going to be whatever your floor material is. If it's sandstone, make it sandstone. If it's brick, make it brick. This block is here to provide power for your double piston extender. And then above this torch here, just another block. Alright, next layer, diagonal from this sticky piston, you have another sticky piston facing inward. Over here, torch on top of this block, sticky piston facing in, and a bit of rail right here. It'll be powered rail, not regular rail. And that's about it for that layer. Right, next layer. What you'll do now is just on top of that sticky piston, another sticky piston, next to that a block, and then over here, same thing, just mirrored, sticky piston facing inward with a block next to it. And for this layer, on top of this block, you'll put a dot of redstone and a block next to it. Same thing over here, again mirrored, dot of redstone with a block next to it. For this layer, put a bit of redstone here with a block, and the same on the other side, bit of redstone with a block. For this layer, you have 3 sticky pistons facing down, redstone on that block, redstone on that block, 5 blocks up here. And for our final building layer, you'll just be putting redstone atop all these blocks. So when it's done, it should have a look just like this. After all that, you place 2 blocks here, 3 blocks on your sticky pistons here, 2 here, 1 in front of this sticky piston, and 1 on top the sticky piston in the middle. And all you want to do after that is fill in your gaps here, here, and then dress up the door. And that's the door. Now, if you're in Minecraft 1.4, then this door will work as is. However, if you're not, then the next part will show you how to make a new pulse former that will work in 1.5.1, as well as an interface module. I'll start with the module, and then I'll move on to the pulse former. I'll see you over there. Alright, now that we have our door, we have to make it work in 1.5.1. First thing to note, don't need that. These pistons will both fire without the need of a bud. That's an update they did. So that's the first thing. Second thing, all of this green circuit, we don't need it. So we'll start with this torch so as not to fire the doors. And we'll just cut all of these bits out here. So what you should be left with is this. Another thing, this block right here, which is next to the sand, we're going to be getting rid of that too. Then, all you're going to want is a block here, block in front of that, block down diagonal, a block next to this, and I'll explain that in a second. I have a block here, a half slab, that is, and a half slab. And then, all you're going to want is going to have a repeater facing out on 1 tick delay. Redstone it up. And down here, 1, 2, and 3. All this is, right here, is your 1 tick pulse will be coming into here to feed the door, as usual. This here, because redstone signal does not travel down through the transparent block, only up. When this is activated, we'll work the rest of the door without refiring it. Alright, first one I'm going to go over is the one where, if you're facing the door south, this control module is on the north side. All you're going to do is you're going to come over here, place a bit of redstone here, dig down 1, put in your sticky piston, whoop, not there, put a block there, you'll have a repeater pointing into that. The block here, this is your input block. So when you're wiring up your door, your redstone comes into this block from any of the directions here. For this, I'm just going to use a button, just to show you that it works. This is the pulse right here, and that's for the door with the control module right here, as you can see on the north side. Next thing you want to do is you want to find behind this purple block right here. There's this repeater that's on 2 ticks. Set it to 4. And the reason for that is that it won't get the retraction in because the timings are too quick in this version. So for that, you'll have it closed, and you'll see that it's instant. As soon as I hit this button, the door will open, and that's the slowest part, is right there in the middle, but that's to be understood. So this is by far the most compact one, and this is north-south door. Remember, this is on the north side, and on the south is nothing. No, nothing to be modified. So, and then for there we're going to go on to the next one. Alright, so next one is your east-west orientation. Now you have to build this door facing here. There's the west, so that this is on the east side, and that this control bit I put on the back here is on the west side. Otherwise this door will not work because I couldn't get the orientation the other way. However, this one's the silliest one, I think, just because of how I have to do this. So there's that bit of redstone here. Connect it up around here. Now this repeater won't interfere, and that's why there's one right here, and that's to keep this block from repowering this and creating a clock. Other than that, dig down, put your piston, block, repeater pointing into that block, and a block behind it. Now this is your input block, and this is where your redstone signal will come from your buttons. Now, one thing you have to do is make sure this repeater here is on 3, or it won't open. And there it is. So close, and there's the open. Alright, and this is your north-south door, where the control box here, the control module, is on the south side. And I was getting to thinking about it, and I know I said this one was a bit silly, but this one is a bit sillier. I really did try, like I said in the last video, to get this to not be quite as weird, but you do have to have it out here. Now this, again, is just the pulse limiter. Same thing. Whoops, not that. That's a repeater and block. That's where we're going to put our button. Now, this is going to pulse this, but to get this over, you're just going to run your redstone down here. Some of these fixes I know aren't the prettiest, but it's all going to be underground, mostly, for some of you. Now this one, on 4, both your north-south doors are going to be 4. Now if I can get a look at it. There it is closing. And there it is opening. So that's it. That is the CNB Minecraft 3x3 door in 1.5. I suggest if you are going to build a north-south door, I would definitely go with this one, because it's a much more compact and less silly than that one. And this is the option for your east-west door. But as always, if this helped, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe for more, and as always, if you're not sure about something, give me a shout in the comments, and I will be sure to clarify either in the comments or with a follow-up video. Thank you, and have a good one.